day 180, nice round number. We're gonna be into day 200 before you know it. So the whole goal of right now, I got 20 steps. I got the sauna. The whole goal of today is we have to redo the burning glass because I have some candles to light down in the tunnel. So that is what I'm going to be working on first thing. And then if we do get that done, possibly a second thing. Everything leads to something else. I think we're going to have to do the boiler room. I think I have gems. Oh no! Okay, hold on. Wait, I don't know if... I don't know if I undo that. Will the thing close? I don't think so because everything else stayed unlocked. But I don't want to risk it. Guess we'll risk it for the biscuit. Once the doors are down, why would they come back up just because it lost power? I guess they just stay down forever because it lost power, you know? That makes sense. Makes sense that they wouldn't open up again. So we didn't get it today, but you know what we can do? Do we have the coat check? We do. It could not be further up, but we have steps. What we can do is we can go trading post stuff and then we can coat check something if we really like it. Maybe I changed my mind. We'll go up through the foundation because we have the key card. And then we can coat check something. Maybe we can get the or we can just maybe get the magnifying glass this way. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Can I trade my coin purse? No. Secret garden key? No. Coupon book? No. I don't want the car keys. Shovel? No. Running shoes? Vault key? No. Sledgehammer? No. Key 8? No. Stopwatch? No. Lucky Rabbit's Foot? No. You can really get the vault key this way. Key card? No. Compass? Okay, fine. Trade the compass, and then can we trade the car keys for the compass? No, I don't want that. Can we trade anything for... salt? Okay. Does anything give us the magnifying glass? Oh! It does! Okay, okay. Wow, goated move by me. And we have 57 steps, so we're fine. And the workshop's like the very first room. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Alright, I have a feeling this is going to be the last door. Because I don't know. Oh god, we're going to get to see if the boiler room thing did anything. We're going to go see if the boiler room thing did anything. Luckily, we have enough steps where we can get back if we need to. Luckily. 53 steps is more than enough to go back up to the boiler room and come back out here. And if not, we'll just coat check the burning glass thing. All right. Here's the tunnel progress. I'm pretty sure it stays open. That would be ridiculous because then that would mean you can't use the boiler room anymore. Okay. Locked door. Basement door. See, this stays closed. That's what makes me think that it'll stay closed. You. Oh my god. Where's the boiler room? Okay, the boiler room is pretty close. I cannot believe you're ruined for the boiler room until you figure this out. The nerve. The nerve. And then you have to do this. Yes, okay. Stupid thing. All right, here we go. This has to be the last one. It even has like dramatic lighting. Bring. I think it's gonna be just a sigil. It's for microchips. To the microchips. It's for microchips. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, did we lose it? We didn't lose it. All right, maybe it one and done type of situation. Also, I should have probably been making better use of the trading post this whole time for doing things like this, because I was always just using just luck. I wonder if it's going to be another server room, like secret servers, or if it's just going to be another grotto thing with a blueprint. Hopefully a blueprint, because we're definitely not done with all the rooms. Okay, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. God, it's another door. It's a different door. That's like a mistletoe door. Hello? Is that for when we reclaim the crown as the blueprints? Will that open up when we do the blue instead of the red? I don't know what else we do with this information. What else do we do with this information? Okay, before we go any further, I'm just gonna look at where we can maybe find the throne room blueprint, because I don't know what to do other than that. Like, we don't have anything else to do. Wait a minute. It involves going a separate place underground. This is big. There was a door like over here. I've never seen a door over here. There's no door over here. Is this a sigil thing? This has to be a sigil thing. That a secret door opens up. There's confirmed. There's no door over here. That has to be what happens with the sigils. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, in the interest of not losing my mind, we're gonna look the sigils up. Because this is like the least of our problems. I would have never done that. So this was gonna happen eventually anyway, quite honestly. I just probably wouldn't have done it on stream. I probably would have done it by myself. And then been like, oh guys, I did it. I cheated. I told y'all I cheated on the test. Okay. Ooh, pretty. Look at that. It's like space. Blimps and stuff. By far my favorite realm I visited during this trip, but via airmail in Nuance. But I always have had a penchant for technology and am less moved by the beauty of nature than others. That's sad. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Korerica or the beaches of Morajai. Perhaps I am just letting my childhood love of dirigibles compromise my objectivity. from the shops I have visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought I would miss the sight of red flags. Cool. Look at that. It's like a little town in there. Okay. We do not have time to do that right now. We are on a mission. We are solving puzzles illegally. Oh, we did that one. I did that one by myself. Thank you very much. Yep, this is the one we're missing. It's the one that looks like that. It is the one that looks like that. Oh my god, we were much closer than I thought. Okay. Beautiful. That is very beautiful. Is that a mango? In a puzzle box? Okay. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Morjai last night in a good spirits. The people here are belligerent in their politeness, and after spending a full day among the Georial, I am just as afraid of eating another dish as I am of rejecting their offers. I may try to sneak away tomorrow and spend some time alone with my books, as I have noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They have each been short on solitude. Ha 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 ha. Sailing. Okay. All right, so we did it. We got all the sigil. I guess room 46 then is what we got to figure out. Oh, hello. Thank you. I cheated though, but thank you. That's cool. That's maybe my favorite looking one. So I wonder if the room 46 puzzle opens up this supposed secret door in the tunnel. Because the video I watched, the guy was just like, yeah, you just go through the tunnel that's open magically along to the right here. I'm like, I've never seen that in my entire life. It's right after the gate. Like right after you go through the gate, he just takes a hard left into the wall. I feel like that's the next. Oh! Oh! I think it just opened. Oh! It just opened. Look, we gotta get the boiler room back. We have to get the boiler room back. Where is this? Oh! Guys. Okay. Okay. That's fine. We'll take a free room. Okay. We only have 21 steps. We gotta be careful. Oh, sorry. And we did quest bedroom. I love it. Okay, let's try the new order, which was not in a circle. I don't know why I get this when we come in here. Okay. This is my best guess for what it is. This is my best guess. So you know what we're gonna do? Oh my god, I was off. I was off. The middle one is Arch Aries. He went up. He went up. I was so close. I was one off. I was one off. Certified copy, Big Red X deed, Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Auroris of Trinsdale. Satisfied of record. Is this useful to us? I don't know. Okay. Oh, know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Auroris of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Holly Leaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain spring streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and the saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded on the south by steep crags, and abutting the east by the high-end Tanner Fork. Covenants. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise, and agree with Lady Orave, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances, and that I have good right to sell and convey the same to the said Lady Orave, her heirs and assigns, and that I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal, I make my mark in the grand year Fenaries, 1912. They really got to add a clean text version. I beg of them. Okay. The last will and testament of Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I declare that I am not and have never been married and have no children. First, I direct that all my debts and outstanding expenses be paid as soon as my decease as possible. Secondly, I direct all the servants and staff in my employ at the time of my death shall be granted indefinite leave to be paid out the reserves of my estate set aside for such occasion until such time as a new master of Mount Holly bids their return. In the event that the aforesaid reserves for this purpose are depleted before a new member of the estate is found, I direct my executor to make provisions for their future employment, and to do so in a manner that is just and equitable to all parties involved. Thirdly, to my faithful valet, Hartley Roata, I hereby gift to him the lake house in Trinsdale as a small measure of gratitude for his many years of unwavering loyalty and devoted service. I direct that my executor take such steps as are necessary to transfer ownership of the said lake house to Hartley Roata, and should use all reasonable efforts to persuade him to accept the same. Furthermore, to my late cousin Tillin's 2 children, Courtney Farine and Rygard Farine, who have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their actions, I grant to each a cuckoo clock, set eternally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell them when they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with the patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. Lame. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, or in the event that any of his heirs should present themselves, I bequeath to him or them, as the case may be, the diary and its related key which formerly belonged to his sister, Clara Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave, respectively and respectfully. Got it. In addition to my fervent desire that the gallery, along with all the artwork contained within, be bestowed upon the Reddington Museum of Art, including the sculptures, exhibits, and the entire collection of drawings by Christopher Manson, comprised of 4 pieces entitled, I don't remember, but we did solve them. This generous donation shall be made 1 year hence following the date of my earthly departure, when it will be removed from Mount Holly's draft pool. Seriously? Like in 365 days? We won't have the gallery anymore? Moreover, to the Grand Cathedral of Araja, I bequeath 8 stone statues sculpted in the likeness of the 8 Arajan angels: Orinda, Lydia, Rina, Joya, Dalja, Vea, Mila, and Draxus. These sculpted figures have been in the Sinclair tomb for multiple generations, and even though there has been much debate over their natural numeric order, they have nevertheless remained steadfast in their safeguarding our family secrets. I trust they will continue to provide the Cathedral of Araja that same level of stewardship. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, that's me, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all the rest, residue and remainder of my estate, and of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land, which I own near Mount Holly, as a token of the cordial and affectionate friendship which for nearly half a century his grandmother, Clara Epson, has shown me. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate in Mount Holly. This room, among other things of value, holds the physical deed to the entire estate, as well as many other personal effects and policies of insurance. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse, and the above clauses on this page and provisions pertaining to that clause shall be considered null and void, and the rest of my estate shall be disposed of and gifted to the Arindian Heritage Foundation, under condition that the house be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instructions and allowances that the site shall not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death, whichever day shall come first. As one final gift to my grandnephew Simon P. Jones, regardless of whether he finds room 46 or not, I leave and bequeath to him the original manuscripts of his mother's works that were produced here, under the roof of her childhood home. These preliminary draft copies include Red Prince, which she wrote while visiting the estate during the brightest of her days, and a new clue, which she penned here during the darkest. I hope that in due time, then the natural order of things, in bold, you will come to be content as I have with what little of herself she left us, in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair. That tells us what? What was that even for, do you think? Just lore? We're just finding deepest lore at this point? Here it is. Push. Oh my god. That's the tunnel, right? That's the tunnel. That's the gear room. We're seeing the guts. We're seeing the guts in the insides. Oh, I see. This is how you get up top. Now it's open. Okay, so now we have to pay attention to... Look over there. Look over there. Okay, I think we just have to turn it one time. When we first started, I was like, what are these things? What are these things? They look like something. I'm glad they were something. Okay, so now we have to pay attention. And I think we just have to do that. I don't think we have a choice. I think that's... What is that? What is this? Dock level, entry level, full drain. Oh my gosh. It gives you an actual counter for the different lines. We just guessed and we got it right. Wait, so I did something super advanced before we would have found it in the game? Just by guessing and being a smarty pants? Well, I don't feel bad about Googling the stupid puzzle then. I figured that out a long time ago. Okay, what is this? More foreman's log. After 10 days of pumping water from the underground spring, the reservoir has finally been filled. It's a shame the old station had to be flooded as a consequence of this action, but I suspect that may have been the actual reason they chose to build the reservoir here. As an engineer, I agree that flooding is preferable to collapsing the entire tunnel. On the bright side, now that our water supply is no longer limited, we can start to leverage steam to a much greater extent. I suspect that by this time next month, the steam-powered hoists and the main site will be able to run 24 hours a day. That looks like it's locked. Does that not look like it's locked? All right, obviously we need to do this, flip this the other way around. Let's flip it the other way around. It's locked. It's a word. It's a word? With a possible... ramp? Oh, to unlock the gate, you just need to remember the clues. 44 pairs of paintings in the manor, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So once again, the code is related to a date. It just so happens that you can select up to 3 letters and the last one has a number. And you can only make 1 date out of the letters. They did say 8 dates. They did say that. I did solve that puzzle. I just didn't think it applied here because... What? They did talk about a black mirror. The fortune teller guy did talk about going into a black mirror. And like stepping into it or something. That's so cool. Thank you. Is there a box over here? It's the treasure trove. It's a black one. Oh, okay. It's +5 for each time you have drafted treasure trove. Oh, okay. You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add it? Yes, please. I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of our crew realized what ruins we were exhuming. The border was the same pitch as the sunless cavern we found it in, a dark-trimmed floor plan and ill-fated Arindia. We had found an authentic black print. The sooner we seal this site back up, the better for us all. God help us all. All right, the first letter. May 8th, which is what the thing was. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, my name is Worth Laud. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918. The former having died last month at the advanced old age of 89. May he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children, and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us in solemn silence, like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the works he did in the mountains of Reddington, or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron, not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family, he took with him to the underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to not be nearly as discreet and considered with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Now, I am not a presumptuous man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude. Yet, I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I eagerly await your response from your lordship, Mr. Worthlaud. We're not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter, and we're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout, particularly so when our methods lack the refined sophistication and class that this author so effortlessly wields. Okay, he knows secrets. Pay me money. Got it. Okay, so that means that we are done up here except for the box. Does it just raise our allowance? I'm kind of good with that. Allegedly, this door will stay open, unlike the other one. Allegedly. I don't trust it. Okay, can we get back? We can't go anywhere from here, can we? It's just, yeah. Beautiful, foggy day. All right. And this is caved in. Cool beans. So treasure trove, they said, okay, so it's found floor plans. +5 for each time you've drafted the treasure trove. But they said something about this being an outdoor room. Yeah, addition. Okay. Good for us for getting the sigils. Thank you, Google. Okay, now to get back. I mean, I guess we can kind of stick with it like this. So I can go back up and get that box at some point. All right, the last thing we're gonna do for today is check. We only have 28 steps. I mean, we could go back in the house, but we don't really need to. Because we've been to the antechamber and we solved the puzzle. Are we done with the antechamber other than getting the... Do we want to coat check the crown? Should we do that? I haven't drawn the coat check. I don't know if we will. Also, we're missing one more letter, which now I thought it was going to be in a safe. I don't know. It might not be. It might just be hanging around. All right, let's see if anything happened to this door. I don't think it did. But we'll see. Wait, I'm sorry. Where are the microchips? Did the microchips not stay in there? Excuse me? Why is this not staying? That's so annoying. What is back here that's so special that nothing stays in there? Did you guys end up back in here? No? Excuse me? Are you in Blackbridge Grotto? You're in why are you back here? That's very odd. So we'll play for one more day. I really want to get the treasure trove. Like, I just want to spawn it. So we'll King's Banner Black. That whole chess puzzle, first of all, to just say the castle is a move in chess, so that's your first starting point. I didn't know that. I didn't read the word castle and go, yeah, the chess move, obviously. Obviously, that's what that's referring to. Who would know that unless you knew that already? I think game stuff should be solely related to like what's around you in the game. I know it's in a room with the chess puzzle, but I don't know. I feel like you should be able to find that information somewhere. Okay, no, yeah. I think when we do the throne room puzzle, that's when this guy opens up. I have to imagine. Because you go in there with the blue... You get cursed, you wear the blue crown, and you go in there, and I'm sure you sit on the throne with the blue crown on, and then you become the Blue Prince. I guess. I don't know. That's my guess. Okay, we have 14 steps. I say we probably call it a day. We don't gotta go in. We don't gotta go in. Okay. Treasure trove! We got it right away! Alright. Okay. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. What are you? Okay. You need a special key for that, apparently. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's the main event, I guess. All right. This is kind of anticlimactic. Do I need words for the puzzle? Apparently not. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't read it all the way. All I know is I have to go and do the chess puzzle one more time, because we already have king. And then another thing opens. Oh my god, the throne room! Yeah, we're gonna be getting the throne room probably a couple times. It said it would stay open on subsequent playthroughs. It lied. It lied. The internet lied. Stupid. Oh, we can look at our book. All right, that'll be a fun thing to do. Now, if it's this one, no, I think it's this one over here. That one always freezes the game for like 10 seconds. Okay, my scrapbook. My first claim ticket was for a key card. Oh my god, remember when we were so little and wanting the key card? My favorite floor plan, the armory, only because I was trying to get the axe. Don't get it twisted. Den for sure. Nook and pantry for sure. Most paid for, security, commissary, drawing room, obviously. Most time spent in the entrance hall, the billiard room, and security. We've spent more time in the entrance hall than we have the billiard room. I guess all collectively. I made all the contraptions. Very nice. I don't even remember making the dowsing rod, and I don't know that we did anything with that. My largest purchase has been a master key, and there's our stamps. Stamps found on the estate and inspected will be added to this page. Well, we already figured that when I did it by myself. Yay, look at all of them. Look at all of them. They're so pretty. Cool. Let's get the garage, because the book just told us we never get the garage. And that'll be a nice place to end it for the day. Oh, we turn up. Yeah, there we go. We never are in here, because we got what we needed out of it. So that's where we're going to end it for today. For Blueprints. What a day. Let me tell ya, when you look up the answers, they just flies by. What did we do? We unlocked all 8 sigils. We found 2 secret red rooms. We got the treasure trove. And we got very frustrated with the boiler situation. So now it's gonna be just like trying to get the castle puzzle done, I guess. There's like a key I need. The next couple The next couple puzzles are like extremely specific, and I will be doing them with a walkthrough. There's no way I'm gonna try to figure them out on my own. So yeah, thanks for coming by and showing support while we cheated. I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your Friday night. Bye, everybody.